Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. So, on Wednesdays, I don't have work until 10 o'clock. That leaves me for a nice opportunity to film a video and have a rare morning pipe. Usually, I don't smoke pipes in the morning, but when it's quiet in the house, it's something that I enjoy with my morning coffee. So, today's video, I was going to talk about the first pipe tobacco that I ever smoked, being Baren's Original Choice. I mentioned this a few times in other videos, but I thought I wanted to dedicate a video to the tobacco since I come to enjoy the tobacco very much. It's one of the few aromatic pipe tobaccos that I actually keep enjoying on a regular basis. I go back and forth from English blends, Virginia blends, and sometimes my mood just takes me in the direction of a aromatic pipe tobacco. My last video I talked about some tips about how to smoke aromatic pipe tobacco, since many new pipe smokers tend to go towards aromatics since you think that they will be the most pleasurable as a new pipe smoker, but I come to realize that they are actually the most difficult tobaccos to actually smoke. So I would recommend that you choose a straight Virginia to start off with. Anyways, let's get the pipe lit. I'm back to my favorite pipe at the moment, Savinelli 122 pot lucid Roma. Yeah, 122. Starting to memorize these numbers. Already packed the pipe, and never forget, aromatic pipe tobaccos, pack it loosely. For me, it doesn't work if it's packed too tight. So let's get it going. And let's talk about this tobacco. A charring light first. First of all, while we get this lit, in Denmark, we cannot get this tobacco in a tin, which really disappoints me, since for me there's just something about the whole experience with pipe tobacco that you get out of a tin. These pouches, first of all, you don't get so much tobacco. The pouch doesn't hold the tobacco. I don't smoke so much tobacco that I can just open this, and I never smoke the same tobacco. I guess if you only smoke this, you can just keep it in the pouch until it's empty and buy a new one. I like tins very much. So that's a shame, but how they pack it is almost packed in a way that they want this to be like a natural thing. It's only like a cardboard type of thing, very simple and raw. And the name Original Choice. I think they wanted to create a American style aromatic pipe tobacco with this. They have another one that's called Absolute Choice that I don't like as much. Some people say this tastes like raspberries. For me, it wasn't. I don't really get something that I can relate to like a food, but the sweet taste and the brew note is just amazing. It is a very sweet aromatic. It's a blend of a burley, modern black Cavendish that Baren's is very known for, and I guess there's some Virginia in there too. But with my tamper, by the way, for a long time I was using the check tool. I use it still to this day, but there's just something about this simple piece of wood that I just cut from a longer piece. Fits perfectly into the pipe, and I like the feel of a wooden tool instead. Cost me nothing. works great. Get a nice feedback from it. So back to the tobacco. I always transfer it to a tin. This tobacco out of the pouch is very wet, but I've bought it a few times and there's a different moisture content in the tobacco. I've tried to have it where it's almost ready to smoke, and I've tried to buy it where it's goopy, where it's impossible to smoke. So I transfer it to a tin, and I would recommend that you dry it a little bit before you smoke it. Otherwise you'll have a very bad experience. The tobacco being too wet, too moist, and leaves a lot of goop in the pipe. Excuse me. It was the first tobacco that I actually smoked when I started. So when I finally came back to it, I think 6 months later, it was like I could remember it without actually remembering it. So as I said, this is one of the few aromatic pipe tobaccos that I actually like and that I come back to all the time. It's a tobacco that you have to smoke slowly, like every other aromatic. They tend to get hot. So the key with these tobaccos is that you have to be careful with the heat and all the variables that create heat. You don't actually get the taste from the tobacco that is burning. You get the taste from the tobacco lying beneath the cherry that you're creating, the burning tobacco. So the smoke and the heat from the burning tobacco goes through the underlying layers of tobacco, warming it, steaming it in some way, releasing all the oils that will carry all the flavors. That's why when you get to the bottom of the pipe, especially with an aromatic, tobacco doesn't taste that good anymore. Actually, it doesn't taste good at all. Because now you just taste the burning tobacco, the smoke. It doesn't have fresh tobacco to pass through and release flavors, oils that you can detect. So it's not like the smoke itself that tastes good. It's the oils released from the tobacco that you can taste. A little moist, as you can see. It's a very mild tobacco. And since I'm not a heavy smoker and I didn't smoke cigarettes for over 15 years, my nicotine tolerance is pretty much at a zero, which I like. So for me, a medium tobacco, a medium, let's say, Virginia tobacco like Blue Capstan, for me is pretty strong. So for me, this is just the perfect strength, even though some people will say it's very mild. I have yet to try quote unquote strong tobaccos, since a medium tobacco for me is already strong enough. So since I can see the video is already 10 minutes, I think I'm gonna close it here with a recommendation that if you like aromatic pipe tobacco, this will have my recommendation. Baren's Original Choice has a special place in my heart. This is how it looks, by the way. Whoops. And I would recommend that you smoke it out of a smaller pipe, a taller pipe. For me, this pot is very good for vapors, Virginias and such. Can be a little big for aromatics. So, that was today's video. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.